What can we expect to see on the show?
Nothing. Shit to piss old white people off like you. Some people find everything offensive. Okay.
Set the oven to 350. Get a cookie sheet, but you gotta grease that hoe. Hot skillet, flour, bacon, grease. Slowly adding milk thickens to a masterpiece. Will the band pop the can? When your girl smells of cooking, she knows I'm the man. Gravy. Salt and pepper, that rude a taste. You can put it in your mouth, you can rub it on your face. Biscuits. Pull them out the oven, they hot. Don't gotta wait too long, don't gotta wait a lot. Gravy. It's lovely, thick white cream. When she saw it on her plate, had to join the team. Biscuits. Get ready. It's time to start the show. Boom, we're live. So what did you think of that intro song? You loved it?
I freaking loved it.
Everybody loves Andre Nicotina.
You're Andre Nicotina, and you're barely telling me now.
Well, if you're looking at me on the camera, well, you're probably thinking, I don't know if it's coming in clear enough, but you're like, Jesus Christ, Jonah Hill got fat again.
Oh, shut up.
But I'm not Jonah Hill. Yes, I did have an obsession with drawing penises as a child. Yes, I did not get to eat all of the delicious foods shaped like penises.
Oh my God.
Anyways, this, among other things, was tough for me growing up. I had so many concussions as a child. I had 3 before I was 10 years old. We were just talking. I was just going to explain to you the one that happened when my sister and a friend of ours were playing team roper, where if you've ever been to a rodeo and seen people team roping, the cow comes out of what's called a chute, and then they rope it. And so some of us were the horses, one of us was the cow, and we were switching it out. And I thought, you guys started laughing at me a lot. I thought it was pretty normal. I was like, this sounds so normal to me growing up in Riverdale. That's just how we live. Anyways, the chute has like a really big piece of metal that you lift up to let the cow in. And my sister lifted it up, and I walked underneath, and she accidentally dropped it right on top of my head.
She accidentally dropped it.
Yeah, hold it like right here, just like this when you talk.
Yes.
Okay, anyways.
But I can't hear anything.
That's a problem, but...
It's all right.
So yeah, anyways, I woke up with my face in a cow patty, like when my face was in cow shit.
Like a fresh cow patty?
No, it was dry. But I woke up and it was spitting it out of my mouth, and I was like, "What just happened?" And like I stood up, and blood just started running down my face. So I had a giant gash
From the metal on the chute, or
and
what?
that was the first time I got knocked out and woke up. So I don't know if that like qualifies as a concussion, but I definitely got knocked out and definitely had lots of suicidal thoughts through my teens. I don't know. That's like a thing.
It is like a thing.
You know, I spent a long time in my teens not knowing what the hell was wrong with me. And then like later in my 20s, when they, after that film, and they showed that like getting concussions makes you feel sad. I was like, well, maybe that's what it was. Because I had 3 before I was 10. And then by the time I was 20, I had almost 9 times that I was knocked unconscious and woke up with like my face in the ground.
Dude, yeah, and a lot of people don't know that even like the littlest concussion is brain damage. Like, you're damaging your brain.
That's what I heard.
Your brain is still like, whatever you've done to concuss your head, obviously you're jolting your head, you know, or getting hit like football players and stuff like that. But they don't understand, like, your brain is shaking inside of your skull.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like padding or anything inside there.
Yeah, one time I made a list of all the times that I got knocked out and woke up, and I can't remember. I know it was more than 9, but I know for a fact that it happened 9 times, and 3 of them were before I was 10 years old. One of them was like flipping a go-kart when I was really young. Another time I slid down a slide, and there was a kid at the bottom, and we knocked heads, and it split my head open, and I got knocked out.
Dude, that's a whole like another feeling when you're bone to bone, like when you headbutt somebody in their head, like. Especially if it's,
hurts.
You know, the hard part in your skull, like your forehead.
Yeah, so.
Skull to skull.
Got a lot of stuff to get here, too, today. Have you ever heard the old disco song, You Can Ring My Bell? Okay, Myra, you've heard it, yeah.
I have not.
I forgot to introduce my guest today. I was going to have on, they weren't able to make it. I was going to have on Joe Biden, President Joe Biden's makeup artist. He's the guy responsible for hiding the liver spots on Joe Biden's forehead. President Joe Biden, I'm sorry. Anyways, he couldn't be here this week. He's going to be here next week. This week we have a great friend of mine and a famous lesbian, and she's here also with her
My girlfriend.
partner, lover, okay, girlfriend. Anyways,
Partner lover.
Myra. So Myra, you've heard the song "Ring My Bell." I can't remember who it's by, but anyways, if you haven't heard it, the chorus goes, "You can ring my bell, ring my bell," and then the back. It's one of the most well-produced disco songs ever because as she's going, "Ring my bell," the backup singers are like, "Ring my bell, ding dong ding." Anyways, you can ring my bell.
I thought there's another
Ring
song
my bell.
to that beat though.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Anyways,
So that's the original though.
That's the OG song. But what's funny is
Who passed
the
this
whole.
to me?
If you sing what she's actually saying, I gave it to you.
I'm like,
It's a metaphor for you can make me come. You can
Of
ring
course
my
it is.
bell.
Of
You
course
can
it
make
is,
me
yeah.
come. So like if you really sing the song, it's like you can make me come, make me come, and then the backup would come in, make me come. Make me come, you can
So,
make me come.
ring my bell.
Make me come.
I hope you know he's now ruined this song for you for the rest of your life, like he did
This is
for
the
me with
beginning.
Rihanna.
This is the beginning.
Instead of her saying she's a savage, she's a cabbage.
Well, that one
Thanks,
I can't
Landon.
take credit for. I seen that on the internet, but yeah, that one was great.
He's great at this. Oh my goodness.
Yo.
She's young, Landon, and she's younger than us.
Well, I know a lot of really silly disco songs like that because my grandma made me watch. What is that movie that has ABBA as all the songs? And it's like a girl who is trying to find her dad, and she invites three.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Yes, Mamma Mia. Every girl knows this. Thank
Yeah.
you, Myra. Thank you. Anyways, so my grandma made me watch that movie like 3 times because I was convinced later in life that she was trying to make me gay. But anyways, so I know all of those disco songs, and also, huh?
The one with BMW.
Yes, my grandma Mary. Yeah, she's a wonderful person. Anyways, she didn't do, that was just a joke. She took me there because she likes the movies and she was babysitting me. Anyways, damn, you made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry, sir.
But yeah, that song is
I do
funny.
that
That
sometimes.
it's just you can make me come. You can make me come.
Landon, why'd you do this?
So another on the topic of songs, one of my favorite songs out right now. Excuse me. I ate 2 Costco hot dogs, so I got a lot of
Fucking beef breath.
I am burpy today.
Hot dog water over
I'm
here.
burpy. Anyways,
Dude, okay, hold on
Go ahead,
one
go ahead.
second. When we were living together, I had walked out of my room and you're like, oh my God, it smells like hot dog water. And you know what night I'm talking about.
I do. I think I know exactly.
And I was like, I hate you for that because we all know it wasn't me.
Speaking of those nights, one of those parties we had, we'll come right back to the topic of songs, but you changed it over to parties. And you showed me that picture of Apple before we came on air, and I have a really funny story about Apple and how she sexually assaulted me.
Great.
Yeah.
Was it my 21st birthday?
It was one of the parties we had at my house, and no, it wasn't your 20. It was a party I had at my house.
Yeah, my 21st was
Was
at your
that-
birthday or at your house.
Yeah. So, anyways, and she came and spent the night. She was like staying there. She
Oh,
so this was
yeah.
like later. I think. I don't think it was your 21st. But anyways, so the night of the party, Apple is very beautiful, and so like any guy, you're like in the back of your mind, you're like, do I have a chance with this chick right now? Like, she's so hot. Anyways, so
Apple.
later that night, where everyone's like getting drunk and we're all in my kitchen hanging out, taking shots, and she walks up to me. I can't remember what was going on, but anyway, she was sitting on the counter right next to me, and she jumped down and stood like right by me and literally like grazed up my crotch to feel the size of my cock. And you know what? It wasn't big enough for her because we didn't fuck that night. And I was like, I I felt so violated. I know what all those women were talking about when Donald Trump just grabbed their pussy. I was like, wow, she grabbed my man pussy, and she was like, not adequate. And she just like walked away with a little smile on her face. It was so funny. I was like, damn, I did have a shot with her, and I fucking lied. I blew it. I knew I should have stuffed my underwear tonight. What the hell? Anyways, I was sexually assaulted, and that's just one of the times. I was sexually assaulted also as a minor. We don't have to get into that. That's a story for another time. But anyways,
Landon.
back to songs. I want to talk about Coy Leroy. I don't know if that's how you say her name.
You know what? This is Myra's topic, not mine. I don't even know who
that skinny bitch is doing it. So her new song, what is it? Girls Are Players Too. Before I even get into my thoughts on this song, I want to highlight some of my favorite lyrics. She says, "Lil Bitty's busting through my white tee," I think. Awesome. And then she follows it up with, "You can see the thongs something through my tight jeans." And then there's another one where she's like, 5-star bitch, came a long way from rag to riches. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, but anyway, she's like, "Yeah, I taste so delicious. I make him lick I let him lick the plate, then I make him do the dishes." And I was like, yo, that's some boss shit right there. That's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one. But however, I'm going to ruin this song for you too, because this song is all predicated on the chorus, which is, "Girls are players too. Because girls are players too." Damn, bitches getting money all around the world because girls are players too. Anyways, so keep that thought in mind for a second. And now think of this. When you're on the bus, maybe this didn't happen to you, but this happens to people. You're on the bus as a kid going to school, and people are like picking on you, making fun of you. They're like, "Oh, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stinky," whatever. And then somebody else stands up for you, and they're like, "Leave him alone. Just because he's gross, he's still cool. He's cool too. Because girls are players too." Girls are players too. Anyways, there you go. I'm sorry. You can make me come.
Oh my god.
Make me come. Okay, what else do I have here? Cocksucker at Costco. Costco kids versus Walmart kids. UBI to fill the labor gap. What else do we got?
Walmart.
I was at Costco today, and this dude literally sprinted in front of me. I'm like 10 feet away.
Dude. Okay, we got Costco stories. No, babe, you remember the kid at Costco with his Crocs? Landon.
What?
Yes, it was Costco. So me and Myra are shopping in Costco, and we're going down one of the frozen food aisles, and this kid comes around the corner, booking it, like running, and he stops. And what does he say? He's like,
he stops right in front of us. He's running, and he stops right in front of us because he slides, and then he looks up at me and Devon. He goes, "Whoa, I didn't know I can go do that." And then he runs off so fast. He's like, "Mom!"
Yeah, that's so awesome.
"You ain't rocking, or you ain't crocking if you ain't, or you ain't rocking if you ain't crocking."
That's
and this kid's like,
hilarious.
"I know."
That's so fucking funny.
Dude.
Yeah. Wow. Pretty
Okay,
impressive.
I remember the exact quote. He said, "This is as fast as I gone in these Crocs." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like,
Yeah. Little kids are hilarious.
like, "You ain't rocking if you ain't cracking." Dude, he was just so
Awesome.
geeked, like little kid. It was just like refreshing to see a kid like that,
Happy.
innocent, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, be a kid.
I have
yeah.
I have a wholesome story to put on that. I was going to tell both of them at Costco. Go ahead and give it to her. I just gave it to you. There was just a whole like Little House on the Prairie family, and like the dad was obviously military. You could tell from his posture and his haircut, and they were the same age as us. They're like young 30s, definitely not over mid 30s. They were not over 35, and they had 5 kids under 5 years old. the mom was holding an infant, and then she had like a little 1.5-year-old that was bouncing around being hilarious. And oh, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, this dude be dumping in here back to back. That's what they call like what is it, Irish twins, when you have a baby back to back. You're an Irishman. Oh, there's a saying for the Latino community also. But I mean, where we live in the Central Valley, I'm not allowed to say things like that.
Yeah, one's born in January and the other's born in November the same year.
Awesome. Yep.
Bruh, the next day.
Dude, Latinos be spreading their seed.
But like, bruh, her vagina. She just had a baby.
Oh my God.
I don't like when I meet them, this next family party. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be like how? Why?
Yeah.
Why the next day? What made you be like, yeah, I didn't just birth a whole watermelon.
Yeah.
But I now want to have another baby right this second. I was just so...
Yeah. So anyways, this whole family's there, and they're like so beautiful, picture perfect, like Little House on the Prairie family. And they're all dressed like Little House on the Prairie. Overalls, beige, pastel colors.
Dresses.
And I was like so moved by them. It was so cute that I almost wanted to walk over to the dad and be like, yo, your family's so beautiful. It's awesome. But anyways, the dad walked off and the mom walked off. And one of the kids, a boy who was like 3 or 4, he comes running back and he was like, something, I told Papa. And I was like, you told Papa? You told Papa? These people literally are House on the Prairie. They have their kids saying Papa. I was like, your Papa is 33 years old. He's not a Papa. He's daddy. And he's obviously daddy because he's sired like 5 little kids that look just like him.
Oh, never mind.
That guy's a strong swimmer. Anyways, so that was one part of my Costco journey today. The other part was this freaking dude who...
Dude, I
was
really
like a total cocksucker, and
I really had to Google it.
That's literally what they looked like. I'm not even kidding you.
Bro, okay.
I'm not even kidding you.
Okay, babe. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Google image of Little House on the Prairie. That's
Little
literally
House
what they
on-
look
yeah.
like. Yeah, that's also who I'm named after is Michael Landon, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what?
Somebody told me that I had a famous sounding name because I was buying stuff, and they're like, "Can I put your name in the system?" And I was like, "Yeah, Landon Claiborne." And they're like, "Oh wow, you have like a famous name." And I wanted to be like, "Yeah," because both my names are from famous people. Fucking Liz Claiborne is like brought that name to fame, and then Michael Landon, like those names are in people's heads. I'm lucky. Anyways, so the cocksucker at Costco, I'm like not even 10 yards away from the self-checkout, and this dude is behind me by like 10 feet, and he sprints. Like I'm like walking leisurely, and he like sprint walks past me right to the one that I was walking to. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Are you for real right now with this Walmart behavior in Costco? Get the hell out of here. But anyways, that guy's kids were so nice. It made me think about the difference between Costco kids and Walmart kids. And there's a big difference. Costco kids are getting spanked. They act better. No, I'm just kidding. But
They're bougie. They just... Well, you know what? Costco doesn't do free samples anymore, do they?
Yeah, hell yeah, they do. My kid loves those free samples. Oh my God, those hot dogs are coming up. Do you want to hear a funny story about... Okay, I gave you Apple sexually assaulting me. I get Oscar De La Homeless. I haven't talked about him. Have I ever told you about Oscar De La Homeless?
No.
Okay. There's this homeless guy in Hanford, and he's so scary. It's like one time I seen him. This is my first introduction. I was late at night walking out of a fast food place, and he jumped out of a dumpster. And I was like, wow, I was like Oscar the Grouch, because he's literally like angry tweaker guy with like a 6-pack. Ripped. He's so ripped. 0% body fat. And if he got a hold of somebody, he'd destroy pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
And so he looks like a UFC fighter. I'm not even kidding you. And then one day I was in Dollar Tree, and he came in and stood behind me. And this is what he does. He's on that schizophrenic shit, which God bless his soul. Obviously I feel bad for him. But anyways,
Yeah.
he's standing behind me. And he's ripped like Oscar De La Hoya. I'm not even kidding you. Like, he's ripped. And he's just like, fucking motherfucker. Fucking motherfucker. I fucking told you, motherfucker. I fucking told you. Just non-stop, dude. And then he gets louder and more. And anyways, he does all different kinds of...
You don't know if he's talking to you or him?
Yeah, but he does all different kinds of variations of that. And it's so scary. Like, one time I seen him throwing... he had a bottle in his hand, and he was, like, screaming. He was like, I fucking told you, bitch. Bitch, I fucking told you. You don't fuck me. I just got going nuts. And then he threw the bottle against the wall, and it shattered, and I was so affected. It scared me so much. Anyways, this dude's, like, really ripped, and he looks like Oscar De La Hoya, so I stopped calling him Oscar the Grouch, and I started calling him Oscar De La Homeless, because he looks just like Oscar De La Hoya, and he's homeless. And he's so ripped because he's always marching around town, pushing a cart, and, like, collecting things. He's, like, always on a mission.
Dude, speaking of, like, homeless people, my sister, she works in, like, a bad area of Fresno. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of homeless and, like, people breaking into their cars while they're at work. And the one crazy, like, legit homeless guy that runs that area, his name's Louie, and he goes into her work. Well, he gets crazy with all of her, like, coworkers, but with my sister, he's, like, totally calm. Yeah. And then he protects her car outside, like... because my sister's car has, like, there's a lady that friggin' hit her car with 2x4s and stuff. Like,
what the hell?
Like, these people, I feel bad for them.
Oh, it's like a homeless person. Yeah, obviously, whenever you're talking about a homeless person, you obviously feel bad for them. But you're affected by them, too, so you're allowed to criticize them. If they're coming up to your car with a 2x4, you're allowed to say, hey, what the fuck's going on here? Are you a carpenter? You're standing in line in front of Oscar De La Hoya, and he's yelling out schizophrenic things. You're allowed to be like, oh, my God, Oscar De La Homeless is going to knock me out if I look at him wrong.
Dude, yeah, so, like, it's... I don't know. It's just different. You got to handle that differently because a lot of them have, like, mental illnesses that people are just, like, overlooking and not caring about. And it's really sad. Like, even if they wanted help, nobody would give it to them because they're homeless.
That's what you know. Well, the thing, too, about, like, the guy that I'm talking about, Oscar, is there's not a lot of help you could give him that he wants.
It's just drugs.
Like, I don't think people, like, I've never talked to him. This is another thing. This is what's crazy is one time, I see him all the time, but every time I've seen him, he's going nuts. One time I seen him completely normal, and he was talking to a very old man, but he was, like, not mother effing, and he was not keyed up. And he was just, they're just, like, having a normal conversation. Again, this was at the Dollar Tree. A lot of my interactions with him are at the Dollar Tree. But anyways, I was like, whoa, so he has two different modes. Like, he's not always all the time. So yeah, it's like really tough, you know, to what are you gonna do? How do you help that guy? Like, if I was able to talk to him, like, what does he actually want? Because here's what I assume. I see him walking around during the summer and spring and fall, and then through winter I don't see him. So I'm like, he's somewhere. Yeah. So he has somewhere to be, but maybe he doesn't want to be there. I know a lot of situations with people where their family member is a horrible drug user, and they're like, you can't be here because I have a family, but you can come and sleep here at night. Or you can come and wear here when it's raining and shit. Mm-hmm. But you got to be gone during the day or whatever. Yeah. There's a lot of those situations. And so, like, maybe he's set up like that. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like you said, it's really difficult to help these people. Yeah. And then there's some that's just rude, you know? Like, they just don't care. Yeah. Like, it was me and you, remember, at In-N-Out? And I gave all of my change to that one homeless guy. And when I gave it to him, he was like, sure is a lot of pennies. And I knocked it out of his hand, and I was like, yeah, well, now it's all over the ground, hon. Now you got to pick it up. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, that's really ungrateful, but I guess it's pick up that coin, buddy. Yeah, when that's your life, when all day long you're taking things from people like that, you feel a little more brazen to say things. Yeah. There's a lot of crazy stories I could tell you about Fresno and the homeless, and it's just, everyone has it's a story, ongoing. Yeah. Everyone has one. And Fresno has a lot of stories, so. Have you ever seen the episode of South Park where they make fun of Pokemon?
I don't think
there's
so.
an episode, and it's called Chin Pokemon, and I would recommend you looking it up and watching it one time because it's really funny. But anyways, I seen a clip of the creators of that show talking about why they made that episode, and I had no idea. I thought they were just making fun of Pokemon. But do you remember when Pokemon hit when we were a kid here in the States in like the late 90s?
Yeah.
Okay, and everyone's parents were just like buying their kids all kinds of shit. And my parents were like, well, first of all, we don't like those kind of cartoons because we're a good Christian family, so you're not going to play with that crap. But anyways, all these people were like taken for a ride. They had no idea that they were just buying BS for their kids. Maybe more because they were like, whatever shuts my kid up, I'll get it for him. But the creators of the show were just trying to make an episode, and they looked into what is Pokemon, and immediately they're like, oh, wow, this is just a giant scam. It's not even like a fun show or game. It's all designed to get in your brain and make you want to buy the thing, collect them all that stuff. And so they made fun of that.
You know how much a 90s Charizard card right now is going for?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's
like
crazy.
$70,000.
Yeah, there's some of them are worth millions of dollars, but anyways, I just thought it was interesting that two people within like 5 to 15 minutes of looking into it were like, oh, this is a ridiculous scam. And maybe some parents knew that, but they were just like still buying it for their kid because they want to shut their kid up.
Yeah.
But also in that episode is a really funny joke where a guy goes from America over to China, and he's like, hey, what the hell's going on with these toys? You got them like brainwashing my kid. And the Chinese people were like, oh, we're so sorry. We Chinese people, we have small penis. You Americans, you have such a large penis that, oh, we're small penis, we don't know what to do. And like that's the joke they're doing the whole time they're over there. And the American guy just goes from being mad to like, okay, I just want to talk to you guys. So then he leaves. But I thought they were like just, so me as a person just watching the show, when I seen that episode, I was like, wow, they're really getting away with just, writing on stereotype and being funny about it.
Yeah.
But that's from their own experience of going to China, and literally a Chinese man who did that to them the whole time they were there. And he was like, oh, you Americans, you have such a big penis. My penis is so small, but your American penis so big. And they're like, just fucking, obviously that's so funny. How do you not?
Yeah.
Like if you have a TV show or something, like how do you not make fun of that? But I was like, wow, that's so fucking funny that's the story of that episode is they really had a guy say that to them in real life. Yeah. That was great. Those guys said it was so fucking funny. Damn. Did we have the toilet seat debate last time? But it's in the last episode.
Don't even.
Okay, I'll rehash that.
I mean,
with someone else.
you could tell that to Myra.
Nah,
tell it to
I'll
Myra.
rehash it
She'll
with
love
someone
that.
else. Okay, Myra.
Here, Myra.
How do you feel, Myra, about when men leave the seat up? Well, first of all, let's start with this one, because I don't know if this was a thing in your life, but have you ever heard a woman complain to a man, you left the seat up and I went to pee in the middle of the night and I fell in the toilet? Have you ever heard of this? This is like some 90s shit, honestly.
Yes.
Like, it didn't really happen to our generation. Like, us as 30-year-olds, nobody's saying this to their... Have you heard anybody our age ever talking about this?
No, not really.
Yeah, that's because women were on some bullshit back in the 90s. And this was their argument, is that men need to put the toilet seat down so that I can go in the dark and blindly just plop my twat down anywhere I want without looking. How do you not look when you sit down on something with your bare bottom?
Without like looking first, because that's a habit. I have to look.
So that's one thing about toilet seats that have always upset me since I was a kid. And every time I heard a woman say that a man needs to put the seat down, I was like, why don't you put it up then? When you're done going pee, why don't you put it up? Because that's a ridiculous request. That's why. Because that's stupid. How about this? How about we all just put the lid down, and then you could plop your ass down on the lid. Who do you get to complain about then? Nobody. Because the lid's closed, and it's your fault for sitting down blindly. But it's also your fault for sitting down blindly. Anyways, You could go. I'm sorry. I'm like not even letting you talk.
Oh,
You have
no, you're
thoughts?
good. No, you're good. It's okay. No, I was like, no, I've heard of it. But, I mean, I grew up in, my mom was a single mother, so I really, like,
For
grew
sure.
up with no issue.
Not problems like that. It's okay.
I mean,
So,
my
that one's
brother
easy.
was in the house, but he always, he guess would just put it down, like, just as a habit, because I
Okay.
don't think I've ever had that issue.
Here's another toilet seat problem with males and females in a household, especially when there's a matriarch, which means like the woman is the head of the household, mom wears the jeans, kind of thing. Anyways, so in my house, it was a huge thing. Like, don't stand up when you pee because it splashes and you can't aim. Even if you aim perfect, there's still like micro splashes that come out, no matter what you do as a man. And that is actually true. You could get scientific with it and start dripping water into water and show that no matter how you drip it, there's microscopic motherfucking drips that come out, especially because your water isn't just dripping out of your whatever. All of us have urethra, so we'll just say that.
Yeah.
Males, females, and everyone in between has urethra. Anyways, Urethra Franklin. Anyways, so when you go pee, there's microscopic peepees that are coming out of the toilet, and that's why my mom would be like, you need to sit down when you pee so that it doesn't spray out on the toilet and on the ground. And by that logic, it means that the reason it's not coming out of the toilet is because my butt's on the toilet blocking it all. And women always sit down to pee, so women are walking around with pissy butts. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I know how to wipe.
Yeah, but do you wipe your thighs and like other parts that are okay? Think of the surface area of the toilet seat.
Yes.
If I were to stand over it and pee in it, and you had a microscopic camera, you would see little. And if somebody sits down on the toilet and I put a camera and a light down in there, and we watch them pee, and you see the microscopic pee-pee go all over your thighs, your hamstrings, and the places that you're not wiping, and you're walking around with a pissy butt. And it's okay because most women shower every night, and if they don't, that's why they're smelly. Thoughts?
I've never really thought about it.
Exactly. Nobody's thought about this.
No, but like now that you mention it, no, at work, I've been having this issue. So, like how you're saying, how like you said earlier, how like, men can splatter on the toilet seat if they don't put it up when they pee,
Yeah.
But at work, tell me why I ran into a couple times where I seen splatter on the seat, and I'm like, we are women in a woman's room. What are you?
Yeah, that's women
trying
hovering. I know of this tactic. I've heard of this
and
one.
then I was just like, we have toilet seat covers. Like
Yeah.
at work, we're really very clean, but I'm just like, one woman is really killing
You know
it
what?
for us.
There's a
and I'm really
fallacy
getting
about toilet seat
mad.
covers because no matter how well you place that toilet seat cover, a part of your skin is touching that toilet seat. And that's why women hover.
Yeah.
And that's why there's pissy seats in women's bathrooms, because
It's
y'all are just as
disgusting.
disgusting as men. You just don't want to admit it.
Actually, Devon has something to follow up about that one.
What? I know that cat's adorable. What's that cat's name? Pegs?
Hex.
Hex. I was like, wow, of course a lesbian's cat named Pegs.
That's actually Nani's. That's
That
our
is so
cat.
cute.
She's Cleo.
Cleopatra. Classic.
Yes.
Um,
She's the queen. She's the
man.
queen.
So where were we? Because
Oh.
I totally forgot. Oh, well, if we're on the topic of lesbians,
I guess. Yeah.
if we're on the topic of lesbians, do you want to get really graphic with it? Because I have a serious question that maybe
Let's
this should
do
be
it.
more for like an X-rated episode, but okay. It's hard for me to say to your guys' face. but
Let's hear
anyway.
it. Let's hear it because
Okay,
you have
okay.
we've said some crazy
Okay.
things to each other.
Okay. Have you? All right, here it goes. I'm just gonna
Just
go
say
for
it.
it. All
Yeah,
right.
say it.
Have you ever eaten pussy with the back of your tongue? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay.
I would say we would because
You would or you have? Because if you have, you would know that the back of the tongue is a secret superior move that drives women crazy.
I mean, yeah, I had to think about it.
I thought I was the only one who knew.
But that's like, you've got to be super experienced.
Well, ladies. Anyways.
You do the whole round.
I did that one time to somebody who was a lesbian of 15 years. And shut up. Don't say anything. But anyways.
I'm not. I'm having flashbacks.
Afterwards, she was like, What did you do?
Oh.
Because it was like so... I was like, why was it so great? And she didn't want to admit that. But I was like, why? Like, why do you want to know? And she's like, well, just what did you do? Just what did you do? I was like, tell me why you know. Anyways, I was like, I used the back of my tongue. And she was like, oh, whoa. And I was like, have you never had that done to you before? And she was like, no. I was like, I'm the fucking man, dude. I'm such a stud. I'm such a stud. It's insane. Anyways.
Okay, well, let's be clear. Which lesbian?
No, I can't be clear on the air. It's not fair to name names.
Two lesbians you've been with, if you want to be specific.
This is true. You know what though? Real talk. Lesbians have ruined my life.
What the fuck?
I'm not even gonna joke for a second.
I did not ruin your life.
Ruined my life. No,
one lesbian.
Anyways, moving on.
I would have to say, yeah, I've made a pretty good impact on your life, buddy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm the best lesbian you know.
Yeah, but you guys didn't know about the back of the tongue move, so boom.
Bruh, don't just be like, hey, Myra, let's tell Landon what we did last night.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
We scissored it up and made the dopest mixtape you could ever listen to.
I would like to speak about scissoring. I know it's like not real, but I think that every lesbian does it once, and they're like as they're like progressing. Yes or no? I
think, yeah, like in my immature days,
exactly.
Like in my hooking up. I'm
because everyone like grows up with porn, so you're like, you think it's a thing, you know? I think scissoring is the same as, there's a lot of things that are like a good idea, but in execution they just make no sense or they're not good. S'mores are one of them. Scissoring is another one. 69 is another one. Oh, what's another one I had? Oh my God, I had so many of these. S'mores is my biggest one though, because it's like sounds like such a great idea. It's like, oh yeah, let's fucking roast this marshmallow and then let's get the chocolate melty and let's put it all together. And then when you do, you're like, this is not the payoff I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, and I'm also usually out near a campfire, and it's like, well, now my fingers are all gross. I don't have anywhere to wash them.
Yeah, they're all sticky, and you're getting chocolate all over your face.
And I was drinking beer. I didn't want this s'more while I was drinking beer anyway. No, I was kidding. But yeah. Yeah.
I feel like white chocolate would be better.
Of course you would. You don't like chocolate because you're racist.
No, because my mom. Damn, I'm not a racist.
It's always a Bob thing. It's always white.
Yeah, I've got mommy and daddy issues, bro. You got it. Childhood trauma. Yeah. You got to remember, I wasn't raised like Mr. Landon Claiborne.
Oh, yeah, with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Hey, but funny story, before I even knew Landon, I broke his window.
I thought, yeah, you did, because you were a little hoodlum.
Yeah, I was hood as shit. And then Landon came running out with a shotgun.
No, I didn't.
He was
we
like,
were all frightened.
Nabbit, I'm going to find you down there at the Piggly Wiggly.
Anyways, we were on the toilet seat debate. And then we got to lesbians. And now you're on to breaking my window when I was a kid.
We're having the best time.
So
I'm so proud that you grew that lock back that I cut out of your head.
You bitch. Oh God, yeah, you did. You did do that.
Oh, I'm a bitch.
All right, here's a good one that I have written down. And as a morbidly obese person, I should be able to talk on this. How come it's always morbidly obese people bitching about impossible bodies? It's always the super tubbies like me, people that are my size, who are like mad about Hollywood's impossible image. You ever thought about that? It's never like a gorgeous person who's very healthy who is like, oh, it's horrible. Horrible, impossible body images. Barbie made me want to throw up and vomit so I could have a six-pack and wear a G-string at the beach.
We were just talking about this morning. One of my boss's friends came, and he works out, and he's like he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying everything that he's taken in his lifetime to get that big, but he was saying what's trending right now is, BBLs and freaking like being lean and like, just certain
every
things.
time I go to Planet Fitness, the girls in there are only doing the butt workouts. It's hilarious. It's so funny. They're always only doing the one where you like lay with your back kind of on a bench and then your legs are out and you put the bar and you just kind of you're like you're thrusting into that bar so hard and your butt's just getting so big. And then they do the one where they like grab the dumbbells and they like just slowly like a stripper just bend down all the way to the floor and then back up, and you're not supposed to
down a pole.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to look at them. And they're
Don't
short,
look at me in my
and
spandex.
their shorts are like a wedgie up their butt, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, I love it. I love the new women. As a perverted person, I love the new women's trends. Keep it up. But anyways,
I just like my women thicker than a Snicker.
So,
Thick bitches.
Chris Pratt. Did you obviously remember his body from Parks and
Parks
Recreation?
and Rec, yeah.
So like he wasn't even like fat at that time. And as a person who's actually fat, I pray to God nobody thinks he was like really fat in that show, because
He was
like
just a little big.
no, he was just a little tubby. Like he had a stomach and he was like a little.
I
in
don't
the
know.
face.
He was pretty big.
He like got big, but he hit it well with the flannel shirts and stuff. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
looks
he
like
did.
a guy who drinks beer all the time is what he looked like. He wasn't like fat.
No, he wasn't like obese. No,
No.
but he was pretty big till now,
No.
like what he is now. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, and if you pay attention in the last season, you can see him slimming down and getting into shape. And it's because his agent or someone in his life told him, look, if you get skinny and ripped, I can get you a really good role, and people are going to like it because people like to look at good shit. I'm not the first person to say this, but anyways, it really upset me years later when he became a huge famous movie star, and people were like, I've seen this so many times said by not only like people on Twitter and stuff, but actual people on like Access Hollywood and on the news, TMZ, local newscasters, and they're like, oh yeah, Chris Pratt, they just flipped a switch and all of a sudden he was famous. They just put him in that box that they put, white men in, and all of a sudden he was just famous. And I was like, no, he worked his fucking ass off to become that. Don't take that away from him. That's not fucking cool. But anyways, when people were like complaining about the body image, it's like nobody's telling you to get into Joe Rogan shape. Nobody's telling you to like look like Chris Pratt. Just like just be healthy. That's good enough for everyone. But yeah, it's nice to have Barbie, and it's nice to have Ken. It's nice to have Chris Pratt, all muscly and handsome. And then like I look at that and I'm like, man, one day I could look like that. And then I start throwing up and I become... No, I'm just kidding. I kind of proved my own point wrong, but no, I do like... I like the hotties to be hot. I don't want to be looking at uggos on the TV all the time. But then again, it's like, what is hot or not? Because who's that dude that played in the movie The Pianist? Do you know the movie The Pianist? Okay, it's not Jim Caviezel. It's somebody else. Not Adrian.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah, go
what
for
am I
it.
looking up? The Pianist?
I beat you to it.
Whatever. Hurry up with your one finger. Look at him. Look at how he types. You're typing
The
like
Pianist.
my
That came out in 2002.
7-year-old mother. One finger.
Adrian Brody. It was Adrian Brody. Okay, Adrian Brody, if you look at him, he's not like actually attractive, but he is attractive.
This is that same argument with Hillary Swank.
How about Steve Buscemi? Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Okay, like if you saw Steve Buscemi just in a bar, you'd be like, God damn, it's the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. the crazy bug eyes, and then when you heard him talk, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna grab my kid and hold him closer to me now.
For real.
But when you see him in movies, you're super captivated by him, and he is like attractive for some reason. I'm not saying like I would. Anyways, yeah, and it's like it's weird. There's like levels to beauty and ugliness, but I know that I don't want to see ugly people as the hero.
You know what?
I guess that's what I'm saying.
What was the new movie we watched with Jonah Hill and Lauren London? You People? Have you seen that movie?
It looked hilarious.
Dude, you gotta watch that movie because that just changed my whole perspective on Jonah Hill and Lauren London. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's a really good movie. A lot of people had their
people were talking shit on that movie because I heard they edited the ending because she doesn't want to kiss people. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But he was okay with that. I was like, that actually sounds cool. I kind of respect someone for being like, I don't want to kiss another person for whatever reason.
Yeah, she's still,
like,
obviously in love with Nipsey. Like, they were in love.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
She hasn't been on dating nobody. It's just her taking care of their kids and her doing her thing and, like, trying to, like, have his kids live out his legacy, like they're building his brand and stuff. Like,
that's so cool, man. And
but yeah,
Nipsey was
even throughout that whole movie, they're like honoring Nipsey in that movie, like playing his music and stuff like that.
Watch it, man. I had no idea.
It's actually pretty cool because it's like a huge culture movie. Like, it makes you respect.
I did hear that.
Sides.
I heard they did a really good job of like representation, like what you want from that. It wasn't like kitschy, like throwing shit at a wall and being like, here's black people, here's white people, here's them getting along. Yeah. It's like actually like genuine.
Yeah, it's like real perspective. And
yeah, that's cool.
How every white person feels like they're entitled to be super aggressive, and think it's okay, and it's really not. Like,
I've got some great videos if you want to see white people getting aggressive.
Karens?
Oh my God.
Oh man.
We should really get into a funny video.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to open the show with, but okay, if you don't know what a beadlock is, on big tires and off-road tires, they put on the rim is called a beadlock. Where the tire meets the metal is called the bead. And on heavy equipment, you lock it in place so that it doesn't pop off while you're operating. Because maybe you pick up something really heavy and it's too much pressure on the tire and it blows it off.
That's a beadlock. So if you have a flat tire, as long as the tire doesn't split, then that tire can go forever. Like, you can ride on that.
So these guys are changing the tire on this tractor. And I think they're trying to use accelerant, like a fuel, to blow the tire onto the bead. And the beadlock blows apart. This is insane.
Oh my God. Was there a guy standing right there?
He was right there. Yeah. Do you want to see it again?
Yeah.
He's right there. Look at him standing right in front of it. I think this tire kind of blocks him a little bit. Okay. But around the rim is a giant ring. That blows off with the tire.
Can you see it?
The tire alone would destroy you.
Yeah.
But the ring will like literally cut your head off.
Oh my God.
God, dude. So that was some white people getting wild right there.
Dude, that is intense.
I'm pretty sure that was in like a Eastern European country. I'm not sure that was in America. Because OSHA does not allow stuff like that.
What are you talking about?
What do we got going on next year? Okay. This girl's name's Emily. And she's so lit on something. And girls like this are a lot of fun. Check it out.
Take a bite of this.
He tells her, take a bite of this.
What is that?
Oh my God! Abilene, stop! Abilene, let go. Abilene, stop! Abilene, stop!
Just tell me to do it.
No, Abilene, you have pine cone in it. You just got pine Take a bite of this.
He tells her, take a bite of it.
Oh my God!
You can hear her when she lays down. She goes, you told me to take a bite of it.
Abilene, stop! Abilene, let go. Abilene, stop! Abilene, stop!
Just told me to do it.
No, Abilene,
Yo.
you have pine cone in your mouth.
pine cone.
That girl's a lot. That girl's a lot of fun. Dude, this is a shoulder-mounted rooster or shoulder-mounted chicken. He uses it to catch a spider.
Shoulder cock.
Yeah.
Oh.
He got the legs on the first try. And it goes backward. Like it's got its legs in its mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Chickens are wild, dude. Okay, this is like a carnival or something in Asia, and these lions get out, and it's not that big of a tent. They're already out of control. Now they're out of the cage.
Oh my god. These people don't give a shit.
They don't really understand what's happening. Now it's sinking in for them.
Oh my goodness. And children.
Yeah,
Oh
women
my
and
gosh.
children everywhere. Outside now.
Goodness.
And the lion's just walking around outside. Yeah, that one was insane when I seen that. Yeah, wild. Pretty wild. Oh my god, this cat. I love cats.
I like the car.
Yeah, it's a nice Corvette. Goes to pet the cat. This is what cats always do.
Oh no. Oh no.
Scratch the shit out of it. Okay, this is the president of France. Somebody threw an egg at him. Do you remember when someone threw a shoe at George Bush?
Yes.
This is the president of France getting an egg. Dude,
Let me save you.
They got him so good. I think it's slow. Yeah, watch. It hits him perfect. They got him so good.
Oh my
Nailed it.
gosh.
Okay. I want to know what the hell was going on with Batman back in the day.
Grab it with your teeth. Hold on, Robin. Tight. I'll ease you back up to the ledge.
What? What is happening?
You all right, Robin?
Holy molars. Am I ever glad I take good care of my teeth?
Ask my mom if she remembers
Holy
this episode.
molars. Oh my god.
Nothing, love you, mom.
I want to really get to the white people that I was talking about, but this is
Great.
have you ever heard, I think it's called 911 Lone Star. It's a TV show, and it's 911 in Texas. This is literally from the episode.
Fred?
It's a frozen body.
No pulse. I'm starting compressions.
Cap, medical's here.
Nancy, TK?
Oh my god, dude. He literally broke through the chest.
No pulse.
He broke through the chest.
I'm starting compressions.
Cap, medical's here.
What is going on fucking television? What is going on television?
Rob Lowe.
I did not know that show was on some shit like this.
Dude, that's vicious.
That was so funny. Okay, this clip is very famous, but I love it so much that I wanted to see you watch it. Can you hear it?
You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
See that chap over there?
This is the bloke who got me on the penis.
This is the bloke who got me on the penis.
Oh,
Get some cups.
why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well.
You know your judo.
Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now,
My limp penis.
sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands over there.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
That's one of
One cup, look.
That's a good Oh, this is my favorite. Okay. This guy's so wasted.
He's basically assaulting her, and then now she's helping him, you know?
Slow!
Yeah, I mean, really.
White people.
I don't think you should be driving it.
No, you should have, but you can't do anything at this point, really.
This is such a dad moment, by the way. When they're like drunk, but they're still going to drive.
Honestly, no, yeah, but just sit here for a while. I need you
Should I
to
take
calm
these keys
down.
out?
You're bleeding.
I don't know,
Your
you're
face
getting
is
involved.
You're
bleeding.
bleeding.
You don't need to be driving. You're gonna hurt somebody, and then they're gonna put you in jail. So I want you just to sit here. No.
In his golf cart. He's gonna take most of people down.
The flowers! The flowers!
Right.
Oh my God! Oh! All right, now you need to call it.
Oh my God.
Dude, the way he flies out of that is so
All right,
amazing.
now you need.
Right.
Oh my God! Oh!
Could watch that one 100 times. It's so funny.
And he's just gunning it. Yes.
Yeah. We don't have to watch the whole one. He gets it in eventually, but
Yeah, with no
a lot
problem.
more scraping. Okay. This is all.
Turn around. Put your back on the mat. Okay, take your pinkies, put them in your mouth, hook them out. Danielle, pinkies. There you go. We're gonna go up, down. Okay. Okay, Danielle, open your mouth. Lift up your tongue. Okay.
Do you want to see it again, or was that enough?
That was enough.
Okay. This one actually made me sad. This one didn't really make me laugh.
Rosie.
Let it go! Let it go!
Ay, adoro.
Let it go! Let it go!
How many tits does she have? 4?
Dude, Elsa does not age well.
She has 4 tits.
I don't know why it was like that, but this one I might have to edit out, but it's worth showing you.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, how you doing?
Just going at it on the...
And the guy walking by, he goes, "How you doing?" Yo, he's doing great. Jet-powered bicycle. This guy's awesome. He's got super Back to Future vibes.
Looks like Mr.
Yo, is this not badass? Turn it up the throttle a little bit.
Dude, look at this.
Yeah, it's red hot. It's faster. It's going like probably a solid 15, 20 miles an hour. I don't know. What do you think?
Dude, I think he's going faster than that.
Really? Maybe 30 or 40?
I don't know.
It's cool when it blows out.
Dude, he's booking it.
He was booking it right there. You're right. Yeah.
So he just runs it until he runs out of gas.
Yeah, until his fuel runs out. I don't think he has a way to stop it.
And he's doing that with one hand, holding
Elon
a
Musk,
GoPro.
By the way, Elon Musk is the only one who took a rocket and made it that you could shut it off. Did you know that?
No.
Because I don't know if you realize Elon Musk has been shooting rockets for so long now, people kind of forget. The original rocket design was to go somewhere and fucking blow up. And then he was like, what if it came back and landed? But it wasn't a shuttle. It was an actual rocket. That's unbelievable that, like, he was able to put together a team to do that. That's like if someone told you, hey, I have a new bullet that after you shoot it, it goes back in the gun.
And he did that for us, or for...
No, he did it for himself because he's fucking cool. No, he didn't do it for us.
I was going to say, I don't know if you've seen, Myra actually showed me, I think Myra showed me the video, but maybe not. Elon Musk is in his tunnel with the Tesla and he has like a famous news reporter with him.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
And she's like holding onto his leg, and they're going through this tunnel at like 30 miles an hour. And he's like, we can go at like 110 if you want. With no driver.
That's tight.
It's just autopiloted.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And it's tunnels. Yeah, it's him going through his own tunnel that he made right there in San Francisco.
That's sick.
But yeah, and he's like telling her this is why the Tesla can do this. Is like it has all the sensors and everything. Like literally, Tesla owners, depending on the model that they get, like their headlights, when they flash, they can take pictures of you if you're standing outside of their vehicle.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Also, like, the rearview mirror has, like, a little red ring, and they'll record they can record all the audio inside their vehicle and outside of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a video, actually, online the other day of a guy getting into his Escalade, and there was a Tesla parked next to it, and he keyed it.
And it took pictures of him.
It took it on video.
Yeah.
And I was like, what a dick.
Dude, I didn't know that, and we were PPFing a front end.
Yeah.
And I just seen the headlights going off, and I was like, what the heck? Why is he doing this? And then Tony was like, they just took pictures of you. And I was like, what? And then Eddie's like, yeah, well, if you leave a door open, they can't do it. If a door's open, it doesn't record or take pictures. So, hack.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get recorded.
Yeah, the Tesla shit was tight. I remember when they first started doing that rocket, I was like, wow, I can't believe they're going to make a rocket land again.
Dude, they have semis now. Tesla made semi.
Yeah, I've seen that shit. It's tight.
It's pretty tight.
So what else I have queued up here? This guy tries to stop a Hummer with his body.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Have you ever sung with headphones on?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I feel God in this airport. Yeah, that was amazing. Woofity woof. Do you have anything to add? You're super impressed by my skills that are superior to lesbians?
Yeah.
You're surprised that...
You know, you used to call me... What was it you used to call me? Lipstick or chapstick? I don't remember.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah, Landon.
You know, growing up, we all kind of... You were never like a tomboy, but you weren't like obviously playing with Barbies kind of kid.
You know what? I tried to play with Barbies, and you know who turned me off on the Barbie story, babe? Here we go. I tried to play with Barbies, okay? I wanted to play with my sister. And I knocked on her door, and she said, no, you can't play with me. So I sat outside her door waiting as she was playing with her friend with her Barbies. And then, like, maybe 20 minutes later, they cut off all the hair on these Barbies, took off all the clothes, and gave them to me.
So rude.
I was like, dang.
That's
Now I never want to play with a Barbie again.
Some real Cinderella shit right there.
Cinderella.
Anyways, what I was going to say is you were like... What?
She said she was a Bratz doll.
I was a brat.
I see that. That checks out. That checks out. Yeah, no, you weren't like you weren't like a tomboy, but you also weren't like wearing
girly
makeup.
girl?
Yeah,
What?
girly girl.
Yeah, no.
And then as we grew up and went into our 20s, it was obviously that you were into boy stuff, like super boy stuff, which is eating pussy.
Yeah.
So that's why we were such good friends, because we were like, hey, we're into the same stuff.
I got a slick mouth. Let's just say that.
Oh my God!
Look
Devin,
at hey.
How is it that
Hold
you
up,
say the most
moister than
oh
a
my
moister.
God! Oh my God! You're disgusting.
This is Myra's little baby.
Slick mouth. I was like,
Hey,
that's like a freaking
smooth
predator. You're such a predator.
Yeah, I'm Jerry the Pred.
Anyways, what is moister than an
Moister
oyster?
than an oyster.
People will be wilding with.
I guess I do be robbing the cradle. Sorry, Myr. You are younger than me. Myra makes me feel old.
Well, she makes me feel young, so
that's cute.
Figure it out.
I fucking broke my back today.
Yeah, sometimes I forget that I graduated in 2009 also.
And then I was like, damn, I graduated elementary 2010.
Whoa, Devin, you're disgusting.
I was like, damn.
Oh my God.
Well,
no shame.
Oh, I was like, good thing we met when I was 22.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you guys are just a couple of young kids just fighting for love.
Yeah. So wait, in the beginning of this.
In the beginning.
In the beginnings of this podcast.
It's a show. It's not a podcast. It's a show. It's called Biscuits and Gravy. It's hosted by Landon Claiborne. We have a reoccurring guest, Devin Russo, and also Manny Diaz. And up-and-coming exclusive interviews. Like I said, the makeup artist for President Joe Biden, Kim Stevens of Great Day, Channel 26. She's going to be a guest soon. I'd love to get Kopi. I know he's like super busy all the time. I know Kim's super busy all the time. I really want to talk to Kim Stevens about coffee cups. I love all of her coffee cups. I love the way she does the news. She's awesome. What else? El Pata Salada. El Pata Salada. I'm going to cut a free ad for him right now because I want to interview the person that runs that restaurant. But El Pata Salada. Devin, have you ever gone into a Mexican restaurant that you thought, wow, this place is authentic? Everything is in Spanish. The TVs are in Spanish. All the people working here are Latino. And you know what? I'm kind of getting a lot of dirty looks from the customers like they don't want me here. Yeah, I felt that a couple times in a couple Mexican restaurants. I was like,
I felt that in the club. At Aldo's.
Not so much that they're like, we don't want you here. It's more like, what are you doing here?
Why are you here?
Yeah, this is not your spot, you know? And those are the places that you get the best Mexican food. You will not get that.
I sent my girlfriend in.
You're going to get the best Mexican food at El Pata Salada, but you're not going to get those crazy looks. It's a great, warm, fuzzy vibe. Everyone there is working their ass off. It's crazy. That's really why I want to talk to them, because I'm like, why do you guys work so hard? And why are you so good at your jobs? It's insane. It's like...
I've never even heard of this place.
It's new. They've only been open for 8 months.
Oh.
It's in Armona, near Hanford. And it's on 14th Avenue. It's right next to a little gas station. And they make delicious food.
The 24-hour place right there?
I don't know.
Is it right off of Hanford Armona and
No,
14th?
It's right off of 14th and 198 loop right there, where like it's like just on the south side of the.
Oh, okay, where the other little gas station is.
Yes,
oh,
yeah, where
under the overpass.
The little gas station, they put out the creepiest monkey.
Oh,
it's
I know.
So weird, and they like do tax returns. It's wild.
Dude,
but anyways,
yeah.
Across the street is one of the greatest Mexican restaurants in the Central Valley, El Pata Salada. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know if that's how you say it. I'm dyslexic as hell.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
But that's the spot. It's really good.
Don Pepe's is another spot.
Don Pepe's is fire. Everybody knows about Don Pepe's. We don't need to cut an ad for them. Don Pepe's can pay us.
I love Don Pepe's.
I love Don Pepe's. And you know why I love Don Pepe's? Because they have great shrimp and seafood items. And that's also one of Pata Salada's specialties. They have some delicious seafood items there. They have an oyster shot. Oh, so fun. It's like a clamato based shot. It's got an oyster in it. Some, I don't know, imagine
Sounds
vodka.
right up my alley.
Yeah.
Truck show 2 weekends ago. I was eating the oysters. They were bomb, huh?
That checks out.
Yeah. Trying to get.
They're an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're disgusting. You're just always doing disgusting things.
You know what? It's just the way I don't roll.
Damn it. I had something about aphrodisiacs. I can't think of it now, so I got to write stuff down. Anyways.
What's natural aphrodisiac? That oysters and what else?
Oysters. I know there's like a fruit that does it.
Papaya?
Yeah, I think papaya. Yeah, it was on an episode of Seinfeld, I think.
Freaking kiwi?
It was either,
a kiwi?
I think maybe it was mango.
I think it is papayas or watermelon, but it's there's actually, it's a contest that these men do, that they have to eat watermelon without their hands, or papayas. It's one of those. You would have to look that up, because I didn't know. But it just came up on my TikTok, okay, and it was just like, did you know this was a thing? And I was watching, I was like, what the heck is going on?
Your algorithm's like, Myra, you a freak.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah. My algorithm got really messed up on Instagram for a while because I think I liked too many photos of succulents, and all of a sudden I started getting a lot of like gay march stuff in my feed. It was like all kinds of gay marches and like gay memes for like gay men.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wild.
Very.
Just because I like craft beer and succulents, all of a sudden Google thinks I'm gay.
The algorithm definitely takes over. Like, I remember I liked one video of like a sad quote, like, oh, sad, you know, and it's like depressing for the rest of my For You page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what the hell's going on? So
it's
like I had to like
gloomy photos of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what is this shit?
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a really great episode. I think we hit right around an hour. And I hope by this time I've got a great outro clip. It was awesome to feature two of the most exclusive lesbians of the Central Valley on my second episode of Biscuits and Gravy. Can't wait to have you guys back. Our number one lesbian correspondents, Myra and Devon. Thank you.
Thanks.
You can make me come, make me come, make me come, make you can make me come, make me come, make me come, make me come you so hard, make me come, 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 make me come so hard.